Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Monday Tsene with Pretoria Psychologists. My name is Muleya. I'm an industrial psychologist registered with the Health Professions Council. I'm going to be talking to you today about a very interesting topic, the topic of habits. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about how to go about nurturing good habits. To start the conversation, I would like to draw your attention kwintetho yesiXhosa ethi isiqhelo siyayoyisa ingqondo. Isiqhelo siyayoyisa ingqondo, which means habits overcome the mind. Habits overcome the mind. What that means is that if you become too familiar with a habit, the habit can be so strong that even your own mind is unable to overcome it. A simple example about habits can be understood when one is learning how to drive. In the first few months when you are learning how to drive, your mind needs to focus and concentrate, and you need to make sure that you concentrate all your mental resources in the process of driving. You need to know where's the gear, you need to remember to check the mirrors, you need to remember to check the blind spots, you need to know the different pedals, and you need to be so focused and concentrated in the first few months when you are learning how to drive. However, as time goes, we find out that you start driving without even thinking a lot about the different components of the car and the pedals and the gears and so forth. Because by then you would have developed the habit, and the habit would be so entrenched that your mind doesn't have to be focusing its resources on that activity anymore. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are going to be talking about today. How powerful and how pervasive habits are. Many people are of the view that to be successful and to be effective, you need to have motivation and you need to have discipline. That is true. However, that is only one part of the story, or that is one side of the success story. If you consider a coin, motivation and discipline are one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is what is known as good habits. If you want to be successful, or if you want to guarantee yourself success in whatever you are doing, you need to think about the notion of habits, and you need to think about how you can go about building good habits that are going to help you to achieve your goals. Now, the idea of good habits might seem intimidating, and it might seem like it's something that you're gonna need years of experience or some training in psychology for you to get it right. But that is not necessarily true. In order for you to be able to develop good habits, you need to understand the process that one must embark on in order to develop good habits. And for the purpose of this conversation, I'm not going to go into details, but I'm just going to give you different outlines that you can go about creating for yourself in order to create a good habits for success in your life. The first and most important thing about creating good habits is for you to know that you need good habits in order to succeed. Then the second thing is that you need to know what is it that you want to achieve. You are not going to achieve anything that you have not identified as a specific goal. I'm sure you've heard of the saying that says, if you aim at nothing, you're gonna hit it all the time. So if you don't have specific goals, you will never know if you are achieving your goals or not. So you need to have specific goals. Your goals must be clear, and if possible, write them down and make sure that they are observable. After you've created a specific goal that is clear and observable and is true to yourself, you need to create a schedule. What do we mean by a schedule? A schedule is a template or a model or a time plan that you create about how you are going to use your 24 hours. All of us, we have 24 hours in a day. Yet some of us seem to be struggling more than others. And that could be due to a number of reasons. It could be because you are doing things that you don't love, but it could also be because we don't have good habits. So one of the things that you need to do when you want to develop good habits is to have a schedule. A schedule means you need to have a clear plan about what time do I wake up, what time do I bath, what time do I eat, from this time until this time, what will I be doing? What time do I take a break? What time do I get back to my work? And how do I ensure that the things that I occupy myself with are in line with the goal that I've set for myself? So obviously you can visit Pretoria Psychologists and request to speak to me, Mr. Muleya, so that I can assist you with the process of creating a schedule, because we do have a template for that. But you need to remember this is important. You cannot live your life randomly. You need to have a plan, and your plan must be such that you are able to account for every hour in your 24 hours. Once you've designed a plan, and once you know exactly what you want to do with your time, every single day, every week, every month, then the next thing that you need to do is to develop good motivation and discipline to make sure that you stick to your plan and you stick to the schedule that you've created. So many people, of course, create schedules and they create plans, but they never see those plans through, partly because their schedules are not very concrete, but also because in their scheduling, they don't become realistic about the goals that they set. So people set unrealistic goals. When we say you must set goals that are in the immediate future realistic, so that you are able to do those things day by day. For example, you can start by setting a simple goal for yourself and say, every day I want to wake up and clean my room, which is an important thing for you to do in this journey of trying to create or nurture good habits. You need to clean your room every day. The moment your room is clean and there's a little bit of order and clarity in the space that you are in, you are actually decluttering your mind and you are able to think of other things that you want to do. But the most important thing, remember, is a schedule. And once you've created the schedule, you now need to develop motivation and discipline to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. Again, motivation and discipline has to do with you being true to yourself, making sure that the goals that you've set for yourself are goals that are realistic and achievable. And then with time, as you are achieving this goal, you then move to the next goal. To give a simple example, before one considers to do an honors or a master's degree, one must first try to do their undergraduate degree and focus your energies on that. Once you've achieved your undergraduate degree, then you can start setting a schedule for you to achieve your honors degree and your master's degree and PhD and so on and so forth. So the idea is to make sure that your goals, you can have a vision, but your goals must be set up in such a way that you are able to see day to day how you can go about achieving those goals. And then from there, you just need to be resilient. And the process of being resilient, we know, involves you having a strong will and living according to your own principles that are in line with your true values, and having a support system around you and surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, people who believe in your goals, and people who are not going to discourage you. And it is again your responsibility, of course, to make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are people who are not going to help you to create bad habits, but instead people who are going to help you to create good habits. If your plan is to wake up every day and work on your dissertation, you cannot be surrounding yourself with people who are going to make you to go out every night, partying, drinking, having fun, and sleeping at 4 a.m. in the morning, because in the morning you are not going to be able to wake up on time. And that is not to say it is wrong to go out and have fun, but you must make sure that you create time for those things as well, so that you don't take time that was scheduled to do whatever it is that you had planned for yourself. So remember, isiqhelo siyayoyisa ingqondo. Habits overcome the mind. Create good habits, and those good habits will overcome your mind whenever bad habits are trying to pull you down. Thank you very much for joining us. You are welcome to check us out again for another episode of Monday Tsene with Pretoria Psychologists. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.